What's up, you guys? It's your girl ChericeShana here for another Love and Hip Hop review. This is Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 5, Episode 14 with Oops, She Did It Again. If you're not already signed up to be a part of my family, my squad, go ahead and click that subscribe button as well as click the bell so that you can be notified whenever I have new upcoming videos. Not to mention, like this video as well as leave us some comments down below so we can go ahead and engage with each other. Let's go ahead and get right on into the video. So first things first, we see Moniece. She's looking very disheveled. She's walking to the hair salon where she meets up with Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray has been a part of Moniece's life as long as she's been with AD, and Moniece has just said that her and AD had broke up. AD broke up with her via text message, letting her know that, the relationship is over. And instead of them having a private talk, AD then took it to social media to let everyone know that her and Moniece are officially broken up. Moniece is inconsolable. Mr. Ray tells her to just go ahead and get on with her life. It's not worth it to be sitting around and moping. Moniece is feeling especially upset because Cameron is also in the situation, and AD is using Cameron to make Moniece upset, saying that if Cameron calls, she would not answer. So she's completely upset about that. So the next scene is tragic. Oh boy. The next scene is Teairra Marie being videotaped on Instagram Live by Akbar because, again, she was with him. He's in the video asking her why she pretending like they not together no more and all sorts. And she looking stupid, talking about take the camera down and all of that. His other girlfriend, Alejandra, pulls up. She's ready to go. He's like, oh, you leaving because of her? She's like, no, I'm trying to get away from you. She's just looking real bad. Now we flip over to Alejandra washing the dishes at Akbar's house. Who do we see coming up? It's Akbar's wife, Sade. She's banging on the door. Alejandra asks why, who's banging on the door like that. Akbar enters. It's Sade, pissed off that everything is playing off on social media and she feels completely out of the loop. Akbar lets her know that the more Teairra hangs out with him, the less it is for her case, and he's just basically trying to get this lawsuit off of him. Sade's not understanding why Alejandra is in the picture in the middle of it, and Alejandra is basically having Akbar's back and doing what she's supposed to do as a girlfriend, and Sade needs to respect it in Akbar's voice. Oh boy, so the sister wives are arguing. He's telling her, we can't handle the situation how you want to handle it with emotions and yelling. They need to handle it the smart way, which is the way he's handling it. Moving on to the next scene. In the next scene, we see Teairra Marie and Rockstar. Oh boy, Rockstar saying that he knows Teairra cousin, and Teairra cousin want him to check in on her, and so he's going to do so. So they meet up. Teairra's running back the events of what transpired. He's like, so when the last time you seen him? She's going to go tell Rockstar she seen him the other day. Rockstar's like, what? Are you serious? She wants Rockstar to have her back, but Rockstar wants to know if she has her own back because he doesn't want to go out on a limb for her and she doesn't have her own back. She says that she's done with Akbar. Rockstar explains to her that he has an event coming up and he would love for Teairra Marie to come and host that event and for them to work together. Teairra Marie agrees, and we're going to move on to the next scene. Brooke and her fiance Marcus are meeting up to have a little sit down. Brooke asks him how did the gender reveal go. He explains to her how the gender reveal went, and she expresses to him that Teairra and her got into a little altercation. Teairra called to the B word on several times. Marcus basically tells Brooke that Rockstar was telling everyone at the Father Figure Friday event that he was smashing Lyrica. Brooke was so surprised at this tea, but Marcus then said that he feels like Rockstar is way too messy and he does not want Brooke to have anything to do with Rockstar. Brooke is very upset because she feels like Marcus should trust her and let her do what she has to do, especially because she wants to cut the song that Rockstar was originally supposed to be giving Moniece. Marcus drew the line and said he does not want her associated with Rockstar, period. And, Brooke definitely loves to defy orders. So let's just see what happens going forward. So now we move on to the next scene. Rockstar and Ray J are transporting diapers to his truck. Ray J says he didn't know babies needed so much diapers, so he called Rockstar to help him, out of all people. Rockstar says he has never ever seen the baby yet. Ray J says he's having a sip and see for the baby and he would like to invite Rockstar, but Lyrica and A1 are going to be there. Rockstar refuses and says he has set up a date to see the baby at a later time. He then goes into how he's helping Teairra Marie because a cousin of hers that he knows asks him to check up. He then says that he's having a party for his album and Teairra is going to be hosting and he wants Ray J to be there. Ray J declines the invitation. Rockstar tries to bring up his old relationship with Teairra and Ray J says, no, we were at a different space and time back then. I'm a happily married man and I won't be going to that, but good luck and God bless. Let's go ahead and go on to the next scene where we see Shun Love and Amber Diamond. They're getting their pedicures on and Shun Love says that she's working with Apple and working with Apple is a full-time job. However, she does see something very special in Apple. The reason why she stopped managing her daughter Amber is to rebuild their mother-daughter relationship. Amber starts texting. Shun Love wants to know who she's texting and she tells her it's Marcus Black. She then tells her that Marcus is dating Brooke and Shun Love immediately says, cut it off right there. You don't want to be nobody's side chick. And we already know that she used to be a side chick because she was a side chick to Cisco, who was dating Teairra Marie. So, moving on to the next scene. Rockstar's at the studio, and in walks Brooke. Brooke is there to tell him why she cannot cut the record with him for 8 days a week because of how Marcus feels. Brooke is kind of upset because she says she doesn't like to be told what to do. When they sit down, Brooke then says that she's heard a rumor that he's been breaking down Lyrica, and she knows it's not true because Lyrica told her that she hasn't slept with anybody besides her husband. That's definitely Brooke throwing hella shade because Brooke has told several people that Lyrica's been sleeping around. Rockstar then says he was upstairs in her bedroom naked and all of that, so Lyrica just shut up. And I'm just like, this is like a really classless, but you say all of this to everybody else, but when her husband confronts you, you have nothing to say. So she basically tells him she can't cut the record 8 days a week because of how Marcus feels, because him and Marcus have a little beef situation. Rockstar says to Brooke that she can't have people tell her what she can and can't do musically because she's talented and, the record is definitely made for her voice. She says Rockstar is very persuasive. She goes in to cut the record. He tells her about his project, his album coming out called Love, and it's an acronym meaning something. Don't really remember. Don't care to go back and look for it. He shows her the flyer. She's like, is that Teairra? He's like, yeah. She's like, how do you know TT? Then he explains that he knows her cousin and he was introduced to her or whatever. He asks Brooke if she would be kind enough to co-host, and she's like, oh, okay. And then bam, here goes another flyer with her picture already on it. She's like, is that me? He's like, yes, looking exceptional if I may say so myself. Rockstar is a creep. Moving on to the next scene. We see AD and Fizz. AD is talking to Fizz, letting Fizz know that she did break up with Moniece and how Moniece is telling her that she can't see Cam. She is asking Fizz if she could go behind Moniece's back and come over to his house and spend some time with Cameron whenever she wants to. Moniece pulls up. Moniece comes in and Fizz says that they two need to talk. He doesn't want no parts of it. He basically sits down drinking juice while both of the girls are arguing. Moniece says, you broke up with me, therefore you don't need to have any contact or run in with Cameron. When we initially broke up, you said that you would decide whether you wanted to be in Cameron's life or not. And as his mother, that's just not how this is going to go. And that's pretty much it. She's the mother. She decides whether the ex can see the kid or not. And she said no. So the answer is no. So she exits stage left. Fizz tells AD, well, if she's not comfortable with it, then you can't be a part of Cam's life. You can go out the front or you can go out the back door if you want to. But yep, that's the answer. Moving right along. Next scene. It's time for Rockstar's Love album release party. And a lot of people are there. Amber Diamond and Shun Love show up. Solo Lucci shows up. Bridget Kelly's also there. And of course, the hosts, Teairra, Marie, and Brooke are also in attendance. Now, Teairra Marie did not know that Brooke was going to be hosting, but she says she doesn't really care. All she knows is that Brooke is a backstabbing bee. When Brooke hears her name being mentioned while Rockstar and Teairra are talking, she walks up and says that it looks really shiny over there in Teairra's direction. And Teairra responds, well, it looks pretty mute over there. So these ladies are definitely throwing shade back and forth. Rockstar takes Teairra over to the red carpet station while Brooke goes and meets up with Bridget Kelly. Shun Love and Amber Diamond have buried their beef with Rockstar. He invited them out to his release so that they can see how, in his words, a release party is supposed to be. Amber Diamond apologizes to Teairra Marie for what transpired the previous season between her and Cisco, and she says that she wants to put all the beef behind them. Teairra Marie agrees. Shun Love also says the best way to get back at a guy is to go ahead and stack your paper up. And Amber apologizes and sympathizes with her for the situation that happened between her and Akbar. Just when we think the coast is clear, guess who shows up? Sade. She shows up to confront Teairra because Teairra's been blowing up her phone about her marriage. Teairra says that normally when people are married, there is a certificate that is public knowledge that can be found, and she hasn't found anything proving that Sade is in fact married to Akbar. This sends Rockstar into a frenzy. He's like, whoa, so you telling me this is this guy's wife? And Teairra Marie says yes. Teairra Marie says that, she doesn't want to be a part of their little polygamy thing and how she was just trying to get closure. And Sade responds with, well, you told me that you was coming over there because you wanted some. And Rockstar's like, whoa, oh my God. Basically, Teairra, why would you even be telling his wife that you were coming to Dallas to her home to sleep with her husband? Sis, you wildin' for that. Teairra says she don't want no parts of it. She's done with Akbar for good, done with them for good, and they leave it at that. Sade leaves. Moving on to the next scene. The next scene, we see Teairra Marie sitting down with one of the lawyers that was at her press conference. Now, Teairra wants to go forward with these charges now that she's got Akbar all out of her system, so she claims. We see Teairra at the lawyer's office that works with the Bloom firm, and he's asking her to run down what was going on Instagram that he saw. She ran down the story to him, basically how she saw Akbar and how he tried to ambush her. He asked to speak to her. And the lawyer said, I wanted you to tell me what was going on so he could hear how ridiculous it sounds. The lawyer basically says this is her last chance. She's not to contact Akbar. In order for them to go forward with the lawsuit, they have to serve him. And they can't say that they can't find him and Teairra's there with him. Teairra also admits to sleeping with Akbar again and doing what was broadcasted in the video to Akbar. Again, it doesn't look good for her at all, and they said that this is her last chance. There'll be no more chances. They're not comfortable with moving forward if she's going to still be with her abuser, because it's not abuse if you want it. So now we're moving on to the next and final scene where we see Rockstar confronting Akbar. Now, I'm not really sure what he thought he was going to do, but he tried to run up on Akbar, basically saying that he needs to back off and leave Teairra alone. They start arguing, fight, they didn't even go ahead to fight because security obviously was there to break them up. You know, they love to have them between cars and stuff. So that was basically it for that scene. And there you have it. That is the end of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 5, Episode 14. So until next time, you guys. Bye.